What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Well, you all know recently we have been talking a ton about different microcaps and these different plays that I personally am doing, especially as a result of HG Access, which has made us thousands of percentages and gains already. We've been really dabbling in the world of microcaps, and I have another one for you today that I personally have now invested in, and they are also a partner of the channel. Now, they have been doing a ton of work. They have been building and just constantly developing and adapting and evolving ever since 2021, and I believe because of all of that, they can do exceedingly well, and that is the reason why I did decide to bring them to the channel for you and to partner with them myself. And so with that in mind, let's not waste any more time and let's talk about Cyrus. So Cyrus is a crypto company that integrates the Cyrus token into their native ecosystem. Now, there is one main product of their ecosystem that is fully developed already with over 10,000 users, which basically allows you to get paid in either USD or their token in order for them to access your data while you do scroll through the web. Now, many people know that you're already having your data taken by all of these big tech companies, and their idea here is to be able to pay you for it rather than just take it from you like these other big companies. Now, what you can see here is, again, this product is live and developed, and like I said, there's over 10,000 users already. You have your main page, of course, which allows you to see your data earnings as you do scroll and as you do earn more and more. If you do click this itself, they do have multiple other aspects of the platform within it. As we mentioned before, the surf and earn. There's also staking plus, in which you can put your Cyrus to work for you and stake it to earn even more. On top of that, they also have the network mode, in which you can refer your friends and family and you can even earn even more. Going forward, you can say data for good, blockchain protected donations. Unlike traditional donating, we want you to see the impact of your kindness. So you can use this platform to donate and then of course see where that goes, because it's of course public ledger. You can see everything that happens on chain. Also, there is a node launch built by us for us, they say. You can launch a node and validate transactions, in which will allow you to earn more and feel the true power of ownership. So this is something that if you are a node validator or someone who really likes the more passive, quote unquote, passive side of things, this allows you to kind of tap even more into their ecosystem, and it helps them from a sense of decentralization, which is obviously extremely important. Going a little bit forward here, let's do this quick little survey. On top of that, you can lastly see that there is banking. They say that positive change is coming. They said that they'll tell you when it's coming. But before we spill the beans, we are creating a new way in which your hard-earned Cyrus will be deposited at a bank. Say what? Data fintech, you're worth more than you think. So they have these other aspects of the platform and the ecosystem, all in which are either fully developed or in development now. Now, what I also like is the fact that you can use this platform as your wallet itself. You can store not only just your Cyrus and the crypto earnings that you get from scrolling through the webs, but you can also store things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, etc. You can see how much money you have, how much of that crypto you have, the chart performance over certain periods of time. So like, for example, you can go in and actually see, okay, how's it done over the month, over the week, over 24 hours, over 1 hour. You can see how your own holding has performed since you deposited it there. You can swap, you can send, you can receive, you can literally do anything that you need here, all in this platform. And that's the reason why it's done so well. It's the reason why there's over 10,000 users, because you can not only earn through the platform, they're bringing out a ton of other products, but you can just simply store it on an external wallet, which I believe is extremely important. You shouldn't be storing your crypto on exchanges. We're past that now. You should know better by now. And they provide you the ability to do all of that and some, which again is why I do like their ecosystem so much. Now, on top of all of this, what you can see here is they've also built out things like staking platform. So if we go over to their staking platform and then let's go ahead and do the Cyrus community staking, you can see that this thing is active with the 27% APY. And of course, generally, the more exciting projects get, the lower the APY gets, but that's still really damn good, especially if you're a part of the ecosystem, if you're running the validator, if you're getting your data earnings, you're doing all that, you can stake your Cyrus and then make even more. And they're of course going to continue to build this out as time does go forward. So what you can see here is that they've built a ton of utility around their token. They want you to use it. They want you to be able to earn it. They want you to validate. They want you to do everything possible with this token, which is why I believe the token can do well, because it's a part of an ecosystem that is growing and thriving as time does go on. Now, on top of all of that, another reason I believe it can do well is that they did drop this full article on all of the ways in which they're going to burn the token. They have a full systematic breakdown here. We're not going to go too deep into this, but what you can see is here is that certain things such as 50% of the data revenues are going to go into a buy and burn to buy back the token and to burn the token. And so are certain other things such as team allocations, treasury and future partnerships, future node rewards, data rewards and bonuses, all of these things entering into circulating supply, in which which eventually will be burned. Now, they say that they're going to burn a max of 100 million tokens, reducing it from 250 million to 150 million, which is a huge drop. Of course, inherently growing the price or the value of the token itself, which does generally help the price as the circulating supply does get reduced. And so, of course, because of that, when you combine that plus the ecosystem side of things, then to me, it's like, okay, they have a lot of potential here. Now, it's not like these are just random people that no one knows of. They're fully live about this. Like, they have these podcasts. They go on, the owners, the CEO, the COO, the CMO, all of these guys. They go in here and they talk and they put themselves out there and say, listen, this is the goal. This is the ecosystem. This is the token. We're going to burn the token. We're going to grow this thing. And like I said, they've been around for a very long time. They launched at literally the top of the last bull market. And so, of course, their token has struggled. It has seen issues. It has had problems in terms of the price performance, but they launched into a bear market, right? And so I think that going forward, if they do continue to do this correctly, this could be one of those sleepers that just pops up out of nowhere with all of this experience and all of these products they've developed and created that will allow the token to grow substantially. Now, they're also matching up all of that development with partnerships that are going to allow them to do even bigger things. We actually saw that they've just recently partnered up with Shift Markets. They say that their proprietary crypto as a service technology allows anyone to commercialize digital assets without the headaches. And we actually can see that Cyrus partnered up with them to bring non-custodial wallets to centralized exchanges. Of course, many of you know what happened with FTX, one of the biggest exchanges in the world that collapsed a few years ago. What happened with them was that they had access to all these users' funds. So when you deposit your crypto on there, they have access to it. If they want to take it and move it and put it in this or do this, they can do that, right? You don't actually have control over it. But the issue is that many of us need to use centralized exchanges for transactions, for onboarding, for offboarding, for all of these things. And realistically, you have to use a centralized exchange. And so what they're actually going to be doing is working with Shift Markets to provide non-custodial wallets to some of these major centralized exchanges so that you can interact and engage with that centralized exchange without actually having to deposit directly on it, in which they can access those funds. And if they're capable of doing this and bringing in, of course, 10, 20, 30, 40 different centralized exchanges, they could be one of the absolute market shifters. I mean, that could shift the landscape of centralized exchanges as a whole, obviously being a major benefit to Cyrus itself and being a major benefit to the token. And so I'm sure you're starting to get your mind around all of these things, and that's why they've gotten these good partnerships. That's why someone like KUCOIN themselves invested into them a couple years ago, because they have this much potential. They just need to continue to execute and to capitalize on it. So when I saw all of this, of course, I was happy to bring them as a partner of the channel. I think you guys can see the amount of value that they have. You guys know we get offers from freaking 20, 30, 40 cryptos every week to be a partner of the channel. And I only pick the ones like this that actually have real potential. And so I'm sure you can see that. And so with that in mind, I will continue to cover them. If you would like more updates, let me know down in the comment section below. But if not, that is going to be about it for today's review. And of course, I hope you all did enjoy. Everybody, I will see you all next time. Peace out.